Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm your co-host, Julia. We're so happy you're here with us today.
In today's episode, we're talking about something that really holds a lot of English learners back, the idea that you have to speak perfectly to be fluent.
Yes, so many people think I can't speak English until I get every word, every grammar rule, and every pronunciation just right. But guess what? That's not true.
Not at all. You don't have to be perfect to be fluent. In fact, trying to be perfect can actually stop you from becoming fluent. Today, we'll explore why fluency is not about perfection, and how you can become a confident English speaker even if you make mistakes.
We'll also share practical tips to help you speak more naturally, build confidence, and let go of the fear of being wrong.
Whether you're a beginner, intermediate learner, or someone who understands English but hesitates to speak, this episode is for you.
So grab your notebook or just relax and listen, because today we're going to help you become fluent without being perfect.
Let's jump in. So, let's talk about something many learners feel deep inside: the pressure to be perfect when speaking English.
Yes, that pressure is real. I've met so many students who are afraid to even try speaking because they worry they'll make a mistake.
And it's not just fear, it's often from how they were taught. In school, you get corrected a lot. You lose marks for grammar mistakes. So, people start thinking, I have to be perfect, or I'm wrong.
Exactly. That kind of thinking makes people silent. They wait and wait until they feel ready. But guess what? That perfect moment never comes.
Right. Let me share a quick story. I had a student named Anna. She knew a lot of English, but she never spoke. One day, I asked her why. She said, "Because I don't want people to laugh at my mistakes." That broke my heart.
Oh, poor Anna. And sadly, many learners feel the same way. They worry about what others will think. They fear judgment.
But the truth is, no one speaks perfectly all the time. Not even native speakers. I make grammar mistakes sometimes. You do too, Julia, right?
Of course, everyone does. The goal is not to speak like a textbook. The goal is to communicate clearly and connect with others.
And that's something we want all our listeners to remember. You don't need to be perfect to be understood.
Yes, and we're going to help you get past that fear today. Stick with us, because we've got some powerful tips coming up.
Coming up next, what fluency really means and why it's different from perfection. Stay with us. Now that we've talked about the fear of being perfect, let's go deeper. Julia, what does it really mean to be fluent in English?
Great question, Jason. A lot of people think fluency means speaking fast, using big words, or having a perfect accent. But that's not true at all.
Not at all. Fluency is not about speed or perfection. Fluency means you can express your thoughts clearly and comfortably, even if you make small mistakes.
Exactly. Imagine this. You meet someone who speaks English slowly but confidently. They use simple words, they pause sometimes, and they make a few grammar mistakes, but you understand them. That person is fluent.
Yes. Fluency is about flow, your ability to keep the conversation going without stopping every second to think or translate in your head.
Let's think about kids. When children speak their native language, they make mistakes too: wrong grammar, funny sentences, but they're still fluent because they keep speaking and keep learning.
That's a great example. You don't stop a child and say, "You used the wrong verb tense." You smile and keep talking, right?
Right, and that's what fluency feels like: freedom to speak without the fear of being corrected all the time.
Also, I want to add this. There are millions of people around the world who speak English as a second language. They all have different accents and ways of speaking, but they communicate well. That's fluency.
Yes, and native speakers actually respect that. They're not judging your grammar. They're listening to your ideas.
So here's a simple definition for our listeners. Fluency is your ability to speak smoothly, express ideas, and hold conversations, not your ability to be perfect.
Love that. So if you can talk about your day, share your opinion, or ask questions in English even with some mistakes, congratulations, you're becoming fluent.
Coming up next, we'll talk about something powerful, why making mistakes actually helps you learn faster. Stay with us.
Okay, now let's talk about something really important, mistakes. Jason, do you remember a time you made a mistake while learning another language?
Oh, yes. When I was learning Spanish, I once said, estoy embarazado, thinking it meant I'm embarrassed. But it actually means I'm pregnant. Everyone laughed, including me.
That's a classic mistake. But see, you still remember it, and I bet you never made that mistake again.
Exactly. That's the magic of mistakes. They teach you. They stick in your memory. When you make a mistake, your brain says, wait a minute, let's fix that. And you grow.
And that's why mistakes are not bad. They are part of learning. In fact, if you're not making mistakes, you're probably not practicing enough.
So true. Some learners try to avoid mistakes by staying silent. But silence doesn't help you improve.
Nope. Speaking helps you improve. Even if you say something wrong, it gives you a chance to learn and try again.
Here's a great way to think about it. Mistakes equals progress. Every time you mess up, you move one step forward.
Yes. And if you're listening to this podcast, we want you to feel safe to try to speak English out loud, to make errors, and to keep going.
I had another student, his name was Ahmed. He was so scared of speaking, but I told him, let's play a game. Try to make 5 mistakes today. He laughed, but he tried it, and guess what? He started speaking more.
That's amazing, and that's a fun mindset shift. Instead of avoiding mistakes, celebrate them.
Exactly, because every mistake brings you closer to real fluency.
So remember, dear listeners, don't fear mistakes. Use them, learn from them, grow from them.
Coming up next, we'll share some simple daily habits to help you build fluency without pressure or fear. Stay tuned. All right. Now let's talk about some simple daily habits you can use to build fluency without pressure, without stress, and without trying to be perfect.
Yes, these are small habits, but if you do them every day, they will help you speak more confidently and naturally over time.
Let's start with the first one. Talk to yourself in English. It might sound strange, but it works. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. I'm going to the market.
I love that one. It builds vocabulary in your daily life. And the best part? No one is listening, so you can relax and speak freely.
Exactly. Second habit. Listen to English every day. It could be a podcast like this one, an audiobook, or even YouTube videos. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day will train your ears to understand natural English.
Yes, and don't worry if you don't understand every word. That's okay. Just focus on the meaning, not the perfection.
Third habit. Use voice recording apps. Speak for 1 or 2 minutes on a topic. Then, listen to yourself. You'll start noticing how you speak your strengths and what you want to improve.
That's such a good tip. I always tell learners, record yourself and don't judge it. It's not about being perfect, it's about noticing your progress.
Habit number 4. Learn small phrases, not just grammar. Instead of thinking, what is the rule? Try learning full phrases like, how's it going? Or, can I help you with that? These are real expressions people use every day.
And they help you sound more natural and fluent without overthinking grammar.
Exactly. And one more habit, celebrate small wins. Spoke to someone in English today? Celebrate. Understood a video without subtitles? Celebrate. Every small step matters.
Yes, learning a language is a journey. You don't have to run, just keep walking. Day by day, you'll get better.
So remember, practice daily, relax, be kind to yourself, and let fluency grow naturally.
Coming up next, we'll talk about the biggest mindset shift you need to truly become fluent without being perfect. Don't go away.
Julia, let's talk about something that can really change the way our listeners speak English: the difference between confidence and perfection.
Yes, this is such an important idea. Many learners think, I'll speak English when I'm perfect. But the truth is, you don't need perfection, you need confidence.
That's right. Confidence means saying, it's okay if I make mistakes, I'm still learning, and I can still communicate.
And that confidence changes everything. When you're confident, people listen to you more, they enjoy talking to you, and they don't care about small grammar mistakes.
Exactly. I've seen students with great grammar but no confidence, and they never speak. And I've seen students with many mistakes, but they speak with energy and smile. People love that.
So, here's something we want our listeners to remember. Confidence builds fluency, perfection blocks it.
Yes, perfection makes you afraid to speak. Confidence gives you the courage to speak more, and that's how you grow.
So, if you're listening right now and waiting for the perfect moment to speak English, stop waiting. Start speaking. You already have what you need.
Absolutely. Let go of perfection and build confidence instead. That's the real key to fluency.
Coming up next, we'll talk about how to measure your fluency the right way, not with test scores, but with real progress. Stay with us. All right, Jason, we've talked about habits, confidence, and progress, but now let's share some fun ways our listeners can practice English.
Yes, because learning doesn't have to feel like school all the time. Let's start with one of my favorites: watch movies or TV shows in English with subtitles. It's entertaining, and you learn how people really speak.
Great one. And if you watch your favorite movie again, try watching it the second time with English subtitles than without subtitles. It helps a lot.
Another fun idea: sing along to English songs. Find the lyrics online, play the music, and sing. It helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and vocabulary.
That's such a fun way to learn. I used to sing English pop songs when I was a student, and I still remember many of those lyrics.
Here's another: play English word games. There are so many, like crossword puzzles, word searches, or mobile apps like Duolingo, Wordle, or Quizlet.
Yes, and you can play with a friend too, even send each other English riddles or tongue twisters.
Ooh, tongue twisters! Like she sells seashells by the seashore. Try saying that 5 times fast.
That's a challenge, but those are great for improving pronunciation.
Next one, join an online English speaking club. There are Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Zoom meetups, and some are free.
Even if you speak for just 5 minutes with someone from another country, it's exciting, and you learn a lot.
And here's a creative one. Start a mini video diary in English. Use your phone. Record yourself for 1 minute every day. Talk about your day, how you feel, what you learned.
That's a fantastic tip. It builds speaking skills, confidence, and even gives you a way to track your progress over time.
And finally, make English part of your fun, not just your homework. If you love cooking, watch cooking shows in English. Love sports? Listen to sports podcasts? Love fashion? Follow English-speaking fashion creators.
Exactly. Connect English to what you already love, and it won't feel like work. It'll feel like play.
So listeners, try a few of these fun tips today. And remember, enjoying the journey is the best way to become fluent.
Coming up next, we'll talk about real success stories from learners who became fluent without being perfect. Stay with us. It's going to inspire you.
Now let's share some real stories of learners who became fluent not because they were perfect, but because they were brave, consistent, and stayed confident.
Yes, these stories are so powerful. Let's start with Aisha from Egypt. When she started learning English, she was afraid to speak. She said, "What if people laugh at me?" But instead of waiting to be perfect, she joined a WhatsApp English group and started sending short voice messages every day.
Right. And after a few weeks, she noticed her speaking got faster and more natural. Not because she never made mistakes, but because she kept trying. Today, she helps other learners practice English online. Amazing.
Next, let's talk about Carlos from Brazil. He loved video games, so he joined an online gaming community where everyone spoke English. At first, he only typed in the chat, but then he started speaking using voice chat.
Yes, and even though his grammar wasn't perfect, people understood him. And more importantly, he started enjoying speaking in English. That joy gave him the confidence to keep going.
One more inspiring story, May, from China. She practiced English by making a 1-minute video every day and posting it on social media. In the beginning, she was shy and nervous. But slowly, she got better, and now she's a YouTube creator helping other learners.
That's the power of starting where you are. These learners didn't wait until they were perfect. They took action, made mistakes, and became fluent over time.
So if you're listening right now and thinking, "I make too many mistakes to speak English," remember, you can be fluent without being perfect, just like Aisha, Carlos, and May.
Coming up next, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts and a motivational message just for you. You don't want to miss it. All right, Julia, we've covered a lot today. Before we finish, let's remind our listeners about the most important thing.
Yes, it's all about progress, not perfection. Every small step you take in English matters.
Exactly. You don't have to be perfect to speak fluently. Just keep moving forward. Celebrate your wins, learn from mistakes, and enjoy the journey.
Remember, fluency is a process and it's okay to be a work in progress. Your confidence will grow as you practice, and your English will improve naturally.
So, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
We believe in you too. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the English Learning Podcast.
See you next time, and keep speaking English with confidence.
Thanks for spending time with us today. If you found this episode helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who want to improve their English.
Yes, and don't forget to comment below. Tell us what simple habit you'll start today to build fluency without stressing about perfection.
Also, check out our other episodes in the English Learning Podcast playlist for more tips, stories, and fun practice ideas.
And if you want to practice speaking with us or join our community, follow us on my YouTube channel, Easy English Talk.
We're here to support your English journey every step of the way.
Thanks again for listening. Keep speaking confidently, and see you in the next episode.